Hi, everybody. I'm sure that I'm sorry. Allergies. Um, I am sure all is well with you. I know it's been very stormy, windy, and everything, and we'll be talking about that later in my segment. Uh, anyway, of course, by the last Thursday and Friday, they've been talking about this the last 4 days since last Thursday. Uh, Trump has now been convicted of 34 counts, okay, of um, record falsifications, and when he did that, he was covering up another crime, which makes it a felony. Hi Nancy. Feel free to share, okay, Nancy? Um, anyway, as of today, this morning, the stock market opened and Trump's stocks plummeted. I mean, he plummeted. Losing money. Well, he cannot sell any of his stocks until September because he was originally going to use that to get the money to pay on the fines that he was supposed to pay. Well, he can't sell any of that until September. The SAC, Security Exchange Commission, put out a new rule that when a new stock opens, hi Dorothy, good seeing you. When a new stock opens, they cannot sell their stock for 6 months. In other words, they're trying to prevent short sales or insider trading. They're trying to fight that. Okay, it's what's happening there. So Trump is losing money. um. So anyway, of course, during that time, he could be in jail in July. By July, he could be in the pokey. But right now, he is now required to go through pre-sentencing interview, which means he is interviewed on a whole bunch of stuff, and they're trying to do a sentencing determination on sentencing and what's appropriate. Also, he's going to be going through a rigorous mental health evaluation on that. Yeah. So we'll probably all know by September 11th what's going on when the sentencing happens. And they said he may be in an ankle bracelet at home or he may be in jail. I prefer he's in jail. Okay. And on top of all that, Melania Trump is now, she's gone missing. I think she just took bear and just hit her dad and went somewhere safe. Because Ivana, when she was alive, she stated to Melania that, hey, this is the reason why I left him. And if I were you, I would leave him. Just because he's a convicted felon and he had a tendency toward violence. Of course, this is before all this happened, but number of women are saying that to her. You know, just divorce his ass and leave him. You know, take him to cleaners, even further. Again, we'll see what happens on July 11th. Now, Trump has been trying to ask the Supreme Court to interfere in the sentencing and everything and trying to get conviction overturned. That's not going to happen. Okay? So it'll be rejected. I hope it's rejected, and they're not going to, do anything. Okay. Um, so I hope he's going to be in jail for a long time. I really do. And how he can still run for president right now. Um, there's two things. One, Trump is a convicted felon now. He cannot fly to any of the countries. He can't fly to the UK. He can't fly to Canada. Many of them will not. Many countries around the world will not accept convicted felons when they enter their country. Nope, not going to happen. Um, Also, Trump can't vote. So, now Florida, they have a little different setup, but they always refer to the home state where the crime has occurred, like in New York. New York has a stricter thing on it. So they're going to abide by New York's voting laws, or laws on that. So, anyway, he's going to be banned from traveling pretty much anywhere. So a lot of people are now, there's some people, and I guess it's growing from what I've been hearing bits and pieces of this. Whether this is true or not, I don't know. A number of people are pushing him to drop the campaign. See, because hypothetically, if he's elected president, he can't fly to any of these countries. He can't fly for the G7 conference. He can't fly to any other state functions or anything because he's a convicted felon. So the guy doesn't. I'm sorry. The guy doesn't seem to get that he is now toast. Pretty much, he's toast. So, we'll just keep an eye on it, follow along, watch Midas Touch. They have a number of new programs, and keep up with them too. That's where you get mostly your truth. Now, NBC, NBC, ABC, those guys, they pretty much admitted that he's done for. And they, people are now fighting back on all this misinformation, and they're fighting back against the hardcore Trump supporters that can't seem to get through their thick skulls. Now, one other person that we need to make sure she doesn't do this again is Eileen Cannon. She needs to be removed from the bench. She's doing obstruction of justice by doing what she's doing right now. And I think the 11th Circuit needs to say, okay, enough. You're off the case, you're off the bench, and you're fired. She needs to be given the boot, okay? You need a judge in there that knows how to handle separate cases. And handling government secrets like that and abusing them like that, that's a big no-no, okay? So, we'll see how all this goes. Now, on to other news, of course, weather. Here, we have a windstorm that we're dealing with. It's been very windy, 13-mile-an-hour winds, and gusts at 40 miles an hour. The National Weather Service just issued a new warning. So there's going to be 40-mile-an-hour gusts. It's really going really good right now. I hope our neighbors across the way don't lose any of their trees. Because there's some evergreen trees right next to an apartment building over across from me here. Uh, how solid that is, I don't know. So I just hope it behaves itself and stays where it is. Um, let's see. We got rain off and on. We have an atmospheric river that we're dealing with. If you know what that is. Uh, oh, sorry. Mother Nature. Uh, Loki woke me up at 5:30 this morning. Mother Nature has been really pissed at us. I mean, really pissed. They want to, it's been throwing tornadoes at us, or anything. Number of communities that got been nailed, and the last 6 weeks, it's been pretty rough for tornado season. Since he's a convicted felon, Wheezy, hi Wheezy, since he's a convicted felon Wheezy, it's not temporary, it's permanent, okay? Because when he's sentenced and he's put in jail, he can't vote at all. And then once he completes his sentencing, completes his jail time and everything else, they may or may not consider restoring voting rights for him. That's how it works. And up here in Washington State, they have convicted felons which have completed their jail time can vote if they completed the jail time. They have not completed their jail time or community service or whatever. They can't vote until they fulfill those requirements, and that's how it works. Anyway, back to the weather. Tornado season's not quite over as of yet. So it's still going, and it's really going hard in the plains and the Midwest. And of course, what I really hate to think, and this is Dorothy Tyndall's neck of the woods, hurricane season, which started this past Saturday. I have not heard or read any weather on if the new hurricane is developing or anything. We'll just keep our fingers crossed. Because now Mother Nature is shifting over to El Nino. And, no, switching over to La Nina, I think it is. One of the two. When weather shifts like that. In other words, jet stream shifts around and depends on the conditions and everything. Because right now the waters over in Florida are pretty warm. So they're afraid there's going to be a real nasty hurricane season. So we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. Yeah. Up here in Washington State, we've been very lucky so far. Knock on wood. We haven't been hit by any nasty storms. Normally our nasty storms hit during the wintertime here. But we've been very lucky so far. Very lucky. Only we've been getting is some rain and everything else, which is fine. I don't mind when it rains. Because it washes the air, it keeps the pollen down and everything. And I kind of dislike allergy season or anything. So yeah, there was during over the weekend in Sanderson, Texas, there was a tornado that hit. Yeah, good girl. Good girl, Dorothy. Um, yeah, I would. Now that we're in the tornado season, or not tornado season, but in hurricane season. Now, hurricanes, when they do hit land, they have a tendency to spawn tornadoes. So, you might say it's more like a double whammy more than anything, okay? So, yeah, just be careful, keep your eye to the sky. Um, oh, I'm sorry, Wheezy. Yeah, mine is from dust mites, but I'm trying to get the dust down on everything. I have got a new air purifier that works really well. It's really cut way down on it. Um, but again, dust mites. But when I go to church, they don't have a very good air filter system, which they really need really a new one. And I talked to my pastor about that, and I said, my allergies get, when I come in here, my allergies get really bad. And he goes, we noticed that. So, uh, allergic to most of nature. Yeah, yeah, you're kind of bummed out on that. Used to be when I was younger, I didn't have allergy issues. Okay, it's just that when you're exposed long time to one thing, you start developing allergies to it. Now, in my case, my other set of allergies is allergic to wasps, bee venom, and so I'm highly allergic to those. And if I get really stung, um, if I get badly stung, I'm in trouble because I go into anaphylactic shock, and it's not a very nice feeling. Um, so I'm gonna talk to my doctor and see if I could get a new if I could get one oh, what's his name? There's a name for it. Thank you, Weezy. That's what I was looking for. EpiPen. No, I have to get a new one. The other one expired. Um, yeah, I have to get a new EpiPen. Thank you, Weezy. That's what I was looking for. Great minds think alike here. Yeah. Um, yeah, I used EpiPen once years ago. This was after we moved to Buckley, and we were in the process of putting in a new fence line, and I just happened to reach up and said something. My At that time, my ex-husband, my then husband, said something smart, and I said something smart right back. I reached up and put my hand in the back of his head to give him a kiss, and I got stung in my hand like 5 times. And of course, uh, my whole arm started swelling up. And of course, I was rushed to the hospital. Um, Not a very nice feeling, and of course, the next day you're sicker than a dog. Okay, doctor had to give me. Ron gave me EpiPen shot. Rushed me to the hospital. The doctor gave me a tetanus shot because bees, wasps, do carry tetanus. So anytime you're stung by a wasp, get a tetanus shot. Okay, because you don't know what they crawl around on. Okay, sometimes they crawl around the ground. Some are in-ground wasps that build a nest in ground, and some ground material also may contain tetanus. So you want to make sure that you're uh, vaccinated for that. Um, let's see, anything else? Um, so yeah, you just have to be careful. Um, Allergies are never fun. My allergies, once we get rain, everything else, the air is washed. and I feel better. Okay, I feel a lot better. Uh, but when I go into my church, they need to fix their air quality in the church. Of course, the building needs some work. So, right now our church is experiencing structural issues, and so they're trying to get that fixed. It's a little frustrating to our pastors because they want to get a move on, get it fixed. Other than that, we'll just have to keep an eye on the weather right now. It's very, very windy outside here. I mean, it's really blowing hard, and the trees are banging around. And I bet it's fun trying to drive in this because your car gets pushed around a lot. So, anyway, I will see you on Friday. My thing is from Monday and Friday at 1 o'clock. I'm not doing a Wednesday chat, okay, because I got too much to do and everything. But I'm doing Monday and Friday. And be sure to push back and share. And, you know, call it out for what it is. Push back and share and call it out. And I will post this very same video on my YouTube channel. I have a Wazy, if you're interested, I have a YouTube channel as well under the same name, Ginger's Chat Show. Let's see, anything else? Yeah, you too. Take care. And go Mariners. They're doing really well. They're first place in the AL West. So, anyway, I will talk to you guys later. And I'll see you on Friday. Okay? Talk to you later. Love you all.